Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. As y'all can see, I'm back home. I got home last night, man. Believe it or not, I was only gone one day, but because of that long bus ride, it almost seems like I was gone a week. And that's what I told Merlin. It's strange how that happens. But it's a beautiful Saturday morning here in St. Carlos City, Negros Occidental. This isn't the St. Carlos City in Pagансana. Remember, there's two St. Carlos cities. We're smack dab in the middle of the Philippines, about 2.5 hours west of Bacolod, about 4 hours north of Dumaguete in a car. But, women over here, they always try to use their bodies to control you. It's not because they're evil or anything. It's more because they're naive. You know, almost to a woman over here, they've never dealt with a foreign man before. They have no idea what it's like to deal with a foreigner. They're only going by what they're being told. And most of the women who are on those dating sites, they've been schooled in some kind of way about what to do, what to say with foreigners. I mean, I tell you a story all the time when I met my son's mother at the airport and we went to the hotel. I mean, just probably had just a fabulous night. When we got up the next morning, I said, "Hey, what's that all about?" She said, "Well, my friend told me to do everything that you asked me to do." And it just kind of shocked me, and I've never forgotten that. But because they know very little about us, the very first thing that they're told is, all we want is sex. That's it. And if you give him sex, you can control him. Because that's all we want. That's because they're so naive, okay, over here. And it would turn out that, women use sex as a negotiating tool, but it's used differently over here than where it is in the West. In the West, it's all about them denying it or keeping it from you to get what they want or to get you in line. Excuse me. Over here, it's more like to keep you in line, and they're keeping score. Okay, this is what they have to do. Okay, and you have to do this. And I just want to talk about that today because they got it all wrong. It's really twisted. If you're a woman and you're watching this, it's a little bit more complicated than that. Men are simple, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. Okay, because you're going to end up, being very disappointed, ladies and men, with that attitude. But here's what, in my humble opinion, because these videos are talking about me really and my experiences over here. I just know you guys can relate. I've been on here almost 4 years. Most of the things that I've experienced over here, you eventually experience. But men usually want a piece of chicken, a piece of man, and a piece of ass, meaning sex. We're really that simple. But you just can't give us the sex. And this is what they think. I mean, honestly, it's so naive that it's almost insulting. Because any heterosexual man who's still working below the waist is going to want sex. Because I always ask Merlin, I say, okay, well, what does the Filipino man want? If you think all we want is sex, what does he want? Somebody's helping to create babies over here. You're not doing it by yourself. You're not pulling a rabbit out of your hat. Okay, so we always have this discussion because I want to get to know much about her as I can. I want her to know more about me. I'm a human being. Don't just put me in that little box like that because you're going to really be disappointed. Okay? But I just want you to know they're keeping score, guys, because they think this is all they have to do. You have to let them know. And now there's more to it than that. Okay? Than just sex. And after a while, for a while, it's going to be okay. Why wouldn't it be okay? You got a beautiful young woman, attractive, half your age. turning flips, jumping through hoops and everything for you, but it gets old after a while, you know, and it's like you think that's all you have to do to control me because you may have an argument, and boom, that's what she wants to do. Okay, she may do something that she knows you're not okay with. So what she wants to do that to smooth things out. She thinks that's all she has to do. You don't have to talk it over or try to work it out. Just jump into bed. That's the solution. This is what I'm trying to get at. Okay? And it's going to cause you problems because you're going to feel used too. I mean, let's just be honest with you. It's going to take a long time, guys, to really find out if the woman you with is the right one. And for you to get comfortable with her because you're coming from a whole different culture. She's coming from a whole different culture. Me and Marilyn, we're getting ready to celebrate 5 years, man. It's a big deal over here. Don't let anybody tell you that it's not. I mean, no one wants to really talk about the real life issues that go on, man. Some of the conversations we have, she's the only one I've really had these conversations with, maybe because she's more mature. But it lets me know just how naive they are when it comes to foreigners. They don't have any experience with us. They don't even be around foreigners, let alone sleep with a foreigner. So that's the memo they got. Foreign men, that's all we want is sex. Give them that, you can control them. You can get anything you want out of them. And so that's what they run with. But after a while, that gets old. And you're saying, is that all you can do? Remember, I want the piece of chicken too. You better be able to cook. That's the problem I had with my son's mother. If she would have been able to cook, if she could have cooked like Marilyn or my wife, we'd probably still be together. But she couldn't cook. Certainly, I didn't have my peace of mind. I need my peace of mind. I need to be able to come and go as I please. Okay, you got to trust me in that way. Okay, because this is how they'll control you. They'll try to keep you home by doing that. Oh, let me give you a blowjob. Okay, anytime you want it. Just to keep you in the house. Okay, because I had a friend over here, that's what he told me. He said anytime he wanted to go out to the mall or go somewhere, his woman wanted to suck his dick first. There's a way of controlling, there's a way to, keep him grounded. So he wouldn't look at no other woman, I guess. I'd be enticed to look at another woman. But, when you're dealing with grown men, I don't know, sometimes it's like living in a prison when they play that. That's why me and Merlin had to get that taken care of. I wanted to let her know I'm a human being. It's going to take a little bit more than that. Yeah, I love that. I mean, and it's so good. It really is, guys. Let me give the Filipino her flowers today. She's a woman, okay, but there is something special about them. Okay, they'll go to any lengths to please you. Okay, but because they're so naive when it comes to us, they think that that's all they have to do. And I just wanted to have this discussion today because we're going to come over here. We're going to have a relationship. I'm not a relationship expert. I just be telling you about what I go through over here. I don't think anybody's a relationship expert. I'm certainly not like a lot of these guys online who talk about relationships, but they don't have a woman beside them. You're like, well, where's your woman? You know so much about women, where to find them, how to treat them, what they're looking for, but you don't have one. See, I'd be skeptical of taking any type of suggestions from somebody like that. Okay, so thank y'all so much for stopping by. I like to have real life conversations. This is going to affect you when you get over here. This is why she meets you at the airport. This is the girlfriend experience. This is the unspoken agreement. And if it's up to them, they're going to keep on with it. But see, you got to let her know because she's going to get disappointed too. They get sore, they get tired and they want to do other things. So, you let them know once you see that that's the direction the relationship is going, that no matter what, sex is the answer, then you have the conversation. But the first couple of months, hell, you're gonna have your head in the damn bushes. You're not gonna be worried about stuff like that. But on down the line, man, okay, it's gonna be a problem. So if you're in America, it's getting late. Before you let your head hit the pillow, please find somebody to help. But if you don't want them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, just getting off second shift while you're on your lunch break. You see somebody on the street, or wherever you see them, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink. Give them a few dollars. You're in the Philippines. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, man. It's heating up. There's no rain here. It was rain. It spit a little rain when I was in Dumaguete yesterday. Here the sun is on its job. There's not a day goes by I don't help somebody. We spin the wheel twice last night. Shout out to my buddy David in Bacala. He said, "Hey Cal, I'm going to sponsor your wheel on Friday." Then I tell you, I got the best subscribers on YouTube. I didn't ask him. He just did that. He came by, stayed with me on a night. We went to eat at Mr. C restaurant here. And he did that. Because he knows how important it is to help other people. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people. We help ourselves. Take care. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. And don't do anything stupid.